Welcome to A Push for 5, your daily all-in-one study partner for the AP exam. Whether you've got 10 minutes or 100, we'll keep you on track, building your skills one day at a time. By May, you'll walk into that exam confident, prepared, and ready to crush it. We'll guide you through real stimulus-based AP U.S. history practice questions. We have a total of over 150 videos that will be uploaded daily. These will go in chronological order, covering every period from pre-Columbus to modern day. We've got this. Here comes a set of questions from Period 2, 1607 to 1754. You'll see a short excerpt, map, or image, and use that to answer the multiple choice question. Stay sharp. Don't worry if you miss some. That's why we're here. Question 1. Stimulus. The magistrates accuse me of holding meetings in my home, but I must obey God's voice rather than man's. Anne Hutchinson, 1637. Question. Why was Anne Hutchinson banished from Massachusetts Bay Colony? A. She challenged Puritan leaders' authority and gender norms. B. She advocated for Anglican worship. C. She led a violent uprising against the colony. D. She supported native alliances over Puritan settlements. The correct answer is A. She challenged Puritan leaders' authority and gender norms. Hutchinson's criticism of ministers and her leadership as a woman threatened Puritan orthodoxy, leading to her banishment. Question 2. Stimulus. Religion is a matter of the heart, not just the head. George Whitefield sermon, 1740s. Question. This statement reflects A. Enlightenment rationalism, B. Catholic tolerance, C. Quaker pacifism, D. First Great Awakening evangelicalism. The correct answer is D. First Great Awakening evangelicalism. Whitefield's emotional preaching stressed personal conversion. It spread evangelical Christianity across the colonies. Question 3. Stimulus, see the image. Question. Which colonial leader's vision is best reflected here? A. John Winthrop, B. William Penn, C. Roger Williams, D. Jonathan Edwards. The correct answer is C. Roger Williams. Roger Williams founded Rhode Island on principles of religious toleration and separation of church and state. Question 4. Stimulus, see the image. Question. Which event is being described? A. King Philip's War, B. The Stono Rebellion, C. Bacon's Rebellion, D. Leisler's Rebellion. The correct answer is B. The Stono Rebellion. The Stono Rebellion was the largest slave revolt in colonial America. It led to harsher restrictions on enslaved people. Question 5. Stimulus. The Halfway Covenant allowed the children of baptized but unconverted church members to be baptized. New England Church Record, 1662. Question. What was the purpose of this policy? A. To maintain church membership amid declining zeal. B. To strengthen ties with native converts. C. To enforce stricter religious standards. D. To support Anglican dominance. The correct answer is A. To maintain church membership amid declining zeal. The Halfway Covenant reflected waning Puritan commitment. It sought to keep families engaged in church life. Question 6. Stimulus. The French established Quebec and Montreal to expand fur trading with native tribes. Colonial Chronicle. Question. What distinguished French colonization from English colonization? A. The French created large-scale agricultural colonies. B. The French avoided colonization altogether. C. The French sought religious utopias. D. The French relied heavily on native alliances. The correct answer is D. The French relied heavily on native alliances. French colonization centered on trade and alliances, unlike English settlement-based colonization. Question 7. Stimulus. In 1682, the Dutch lost their monopoly on the slave trade, leading to a significant drop in the price of enslaved Africans. Colonial trade record. Question. What was the impact of this development? A. A decline in plantation agriculture. B. An increase in the importation of enslaved Africans into English colonies. C. The end of mercantilism. D. A decline in the Middle Passage. The correct answer is B. An increase in the importation of enslaved Africans into English colonies. The loss of the Dutch monopoly reduced costs, making enslaved labor more accessible. This accelerated slavery's growth in the colonies. Question 8. Stimulus. See the image. Question. What broader theme does Bacon's Rebellion reflect? A. The dangers of religious zeal. B. Native alliances with New England settlers. C. Colonial unity against Britain. D. Class tensions and conflicts between elites and frontier settlers. The correct answer is D. Class tensions and conflicts between elites and frontier settlers. Bacon's Rebellion exposed deep divisions in Virginia society and set precedents for colonial resistance to authority. Question 9. Stimulus. The Act for Better Securing the Trade of His Majesty's Plantations requires all molasses from foreign colonies to be heavily taxed. Molasses Act 1733. Question. Which colonial response best characterizes this law's impact? A. Colonists largely obeyed the law. B. Colonists abandoned molasses production. C. Colonists increased smuggling to evade duties. D. Colonists turned to wheat exports. The correct answer is C. Colonists increased smuggling to evade duties. The Molasses Act was widely ignored. Colonists resorted to smuggling, deepening resentment toward British trade regulation. Question 10. Stimulus. While New Englanders lived in close-knit towns with churches and schools, Southern colonists lived on dispersed plantations relying on enslaved labor. Colonial Observer, 1700s. Question. What does this passage highlight? A. Similarities in religious practices across colonies. B. The rise of manufacturing in the South. C. Unity of colonial social structures. D. Regional differences in settlement patterns and economies. The correct answer is D. Regional differences in settlement patterns and economies. Geography shaped colonial life. New England emphasized towns and religious life, while the South relied on plantations and slavery. Thanks for watching A Push for 5. Let us know in the comments which questions you like the most. If today's practice helped you, tap like, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any future videos. And share this with a friend who's also aiming for that 5. If you want more hands-on learning or direct feedback, reach out directly. We'd love to help you take your prep to the next level. See you in the next video.